The government is under pressure to release its plans for so-called air bridges as soon as possible in a bid to get the air travel industry started ahead of the summer holidays. These links would allow Britons to travel to certain destinations without needing to quarantine for 14 days on their return to the UK. Some countries are already in talks about setting up air bridges, including Turkey. And Turkey's Minister of Culture and Tourism, Mehmet Ersoy, joins me now. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Minister. What can you tell us about the state of negotiations about an air bridge between Turkey and the UK?
Okay, we discussed with Vice Minister, who is responsible from tourism operations, and this weekend we also invited the ambassadors from 54 countries to Antalya, and also some press members to Antalya to experience the certification program and security program of Turkey. And I hope they also wrote a report to their ministers. And now we are waiting the end result.
Would you like Turkey to be included in the countries that can have travel with the UK without having a quarantine?
As Turkey, we are ready for tourism operations because we are the first and best detailed certification program, safe travel certification program in Europe. And for example, our certification program has more than 138 criteria, and the certification is done especially European origin companies like TÜV, like Royal Cert, like Bureau Veritas. They are international companies, and especially we invited ambassadors and some European press to experience this system. And I heard their opinion, and they said it is the best system until now on we saw.
So are right now British tourists and second homeowners welcome to go to Turkey?
Yes, especially I also want to give you some numbers, especially English visitors visit our holiday resort areas, resort cities like Antalya, like Muğla. With Muğla, I mean Marmaris, Fethiye, Dalaman. And on those cities, especially, the case numbers are very low. For example, the corona cases started in Antalya, in Turkey, 11 of March. And from 11 of March until today, the total case in Antalya is 522. For example, in Muğla, 308. In Aydın, 276. And the new cases in Antalya, daily new case is around 5-6 daily. And in, for example, in Muğla, 2-3 cases. So the numbers are very low, especially in the resort cities. And those cities are the cities which especially British visitors visit.
Yeah, it's certainly the case. I mean, according to the Johns Hopkins International Dashboard, Turkey's incidence of COVID has been much lower than the UK's, just over 5,000 deaths and 193 confirmed tests. Given that, when people come from the UK to Turkey, are they subjected to any quarantine or health searches?
Turkey especially has very new and very big city hospitals, especially in the big cities and also in the resort cities. And this is our big advantage to fight against coronavirus. And the results are because of those hospitals and especially medical human resources power. The results are for Turkey very successful. Also, to guarantee for the expenses, medical expenses, we created also a new insurance package, which we called COVID insurance for Turkey.com. And with this package, it's easy to buy it from internet and from airline internet web pages. For example, for 7 overnights, it starts with €3,000 and you just need to pay €15, up to €7,000 and just for paying €23. And the hospitals are new, the medical human resources are very powerful, and we also have a COVID insurance for Turkey package. Altogether, the system is working very well, and also the safety program started, safety certification program started 1st of June, and most of the hotels, at that time more than 800 hotels involved to this program, and we hope in 1 month more than 2,000 hotels will have this certification.
So your message is you're welcome to come to Turkey.
Yes, of course, we are waiting. We are ready. Also from some countries, operations and flights started to Turkey.
Minister, thank you very much indeed for your time. This is Sky News. Coming up in the next hour, Britain's biggest shopping centre owner, Intu, on the brink of possible collapse. We'll have more.